I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America, and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Roll call, please.
Okay, Terry Berenger. Here. Paul Cooney,
Present.
Joe Lati excused, Robert Laraway,
Here.
Brent Peavy excused, Carol Shannon here, Dave Torgerson.
Here, we have a quorum. Agenda's before you. Any questions about the agenda? If not, we'll accept with unanimous consent. Oh, no objections? All right. Item 4, consent agenda. Anything you want to take out and talk about? If not, Chair will entertain a motion to pass the consent agenda. Motion to accept. Robert Laraway, motion to accept the consent agenda. Is there a second?
Second.
Carol Shannon. Any objection? Any questions? Seeing none, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
All opposed say no. Motion carries. I want to thank right now the Planning Commission. Jeff's there. For all their work this last meeting. They did a lot of work on all kinds of things, the data center and keeping track of all the House bills that are going through the Senate and everything else on the state level, which affect us directly. So thank you for that. And I want to thank those people who filled out the committee packets, if there are any here, that did. So I thank you for that. After that, Ms. Manager, you're up.
You have my report in your packets, code enforcement activity. We wanted to talk about 1023 Cordova. The van is still there. We're reaching out to him to talk to him about getting that removed, but the rest of the home has been significantly cleaned up. We've had several other notices sent out over various things. We're also working on issuing a ticket to a parcel that has had issues in the past multiple times. It's gaining more things in their yard.
Oh.
Instead of removing them. We've also had a lot of complaints about vacant or sheds on vacant lots as of late. Unfortunately, they've all been anonymous, so I've not been able to reach out to the people that have made the complaints to let them know that sheds are allowed on vacant lots, as long as they follow the rules and regulations that you guys had set forth in our ordinances. So I did put something on Facebook. I'm hoping it reached those people to let them, the two that were complained about, both of them are in compliance and have zoning permits for their sheds. There hasn't been really any, we had one new home last month come in. Other than that, it's really slowed down quite a bit for our zoning. You have the stats for the Mount Pleasant City PD's work here in the community. I wanted to let you know that we did hire a part-time DPW assistant. His name is Jonathan Davis. His experience and personality, I think, will mesh very well with the village and the community. I don't know if Jerry has anything he'd like to add, but
He's working out real well.
Yep, he's got a lot of experience in municipality work, as well as factory work, government work, and military work. And he lives close by, so I think it's a great addition. The county has had only 2 applications, but hasn't conducted interviews yet for their county treasurer position. So as of yet, it's still open. And I haven't heard if they're leaning one way or the other or what they're going to end up doing. The airport lease has not been finalized yet. The airport association, however, has paid us $1,800 for the insurance policy. So they are still moving forward with the leasing verbiage, but wanted to give us the money to show good faith that they are still working on it. To date, I know in the packet it says $39.56, I believe, for fireworks, but as of today, we have collected $4,800 in fireworks. Our next lake committee meeting is June 30th at 4 p.m. We will be adding a planning commission meeting next month to have a few public hearings that we need to address. And we also received our insurance asset distribution from MMRMA. The total amount this year, we received $1,828, and that's about $330 more than last year. And every year that we don't have a claim, it should continue to go up. And I believe there is one Senate bill. I've talked to a few people that have heard of this. It's Senate Bill 985. It does put like a 2-year stop on zoning, residential zoning for municipalities. It's right now in committee. Nobody thinks it's gonna go anywhere, but if it does move out of committee, the village may want to look at, sending a formalized opposition to that bill. It would stop us from having setback requirements, size requirements. They could put multifamily housing in a residential area. It stops a lot of things that the village currently now has control over for a period of 2 years. So that's something we just want to keep an eye out, but it's in committee right now, and hopefully it just doesn't move out of the.
What's the MML feeling about that?
Well, they're opposed to it.
But I mean, about the
They
bill
think it's gonna
itself.
stall.
Okay. Because they're more actively involved than we are.
And that is all I have.
Any questions? Open. All right. LIPOA, did they send over anything?
They did not.
Okay. Public hearings, we have none. That's a rarity. First opportunity for public comment. Is there any public comment? Comments to about 3 minutes. All right. Seeing none, we'll go on to existing business. Ms. Manley, Fireworks Committee.
So last month, you guys said that we should have a fireworks committee moving forward, a majority of you. And so this is just where is it going to be a 5, a 5 or 7 or 9? Let's set a number for the committee, sorry. Whether you want, them to have village residency, or if they just have to own property here. And then just a motion to formally establish it with those recommendations in there.
Okay, anybody's feelings about that? Carol, anything?
No, as long as they're property owners, I don't have a difficulty if they don't reside here. I do have a slight concern if they're not a registered, well, if they don't reside here, they can't vote here. So if they do reside here and are not registered voters, that does concern me a little. But beyond that, no.
You want to make that a requirement or not? You don't know.
Well, I don't know that we can require that. But yeah, but I
Well,
just,
it's our
I think
committee.
if they own property here, they're probably planning on being registered voters. in the
once they get
future.
here, so yeah.
I would not hold that against them.
Okay, cool. All right, thank you.
I wouldn't wanna exclude anyone if it's a second residence.
Right, this is a citizens committee now.
Yep.
This is not a fire committee, but,
And we want to encourage involvement.
Yes.
yep. It's an advisory committee and, annual appointment cycle, they'll have to decide and things like that. Okay, we can do that. See the motion on the bottom there. Move to formally establish the Village of Lake Isabella Fireworks Committee to Advisory Committee to the Village Council for the purpose of researching, evaluating, and providing recommendations regarding the future of the village fireworks program, and to appoint applicants presented to the committee in 4 terms ending June 30, 2027. So that's the motion. I'll make the motion.
And I'll second it.
Laraway seconds. Any discussion?
Are we, is it a 7-person committee?
Let's make it an odd number. Um. And we have 5, 7, I would say 5, 7 or 9, because guess what? We have 9 applicants.
Perfect.
So let's make it 9, 5, 7, or I'd take 9. Fine with you guys?
Fine with me.
So that would be
Also,
that,
it'll probably evolve into like more, you know, with fundraising and all that.
yeah,
Yeah, so it'd be good, yeah.
so, okay,
It's
a
white.
member of, yeah, a 9-person appointment committee,
Who must own property in the village.
must own property in the
Yes.
village.
Okay.
So property owners and 9 property owners of the village would be established as a Village of Lake Isabella Fireworks Committee. That's what we should have changed the motion to. Everybody understand the motion? Okay, no problems. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
All opposed, say no. Motion carries. These are the 9 people that have applied. Melanie Boyd. Jeff Gray. Shannon Kaczynski. Krista Claybaugh. Prasad, how do you say his last name?
Appreciate.
Frishi. Prasad. And here's some more. Sue Han. Christy K. Fuller. Brian Nyer. And I assume it's his spouse, Yvonne Nyer. Well, that's our committee. You have those apps here? Do you want those apps?
Yeah.
You have, okay. There we go. Other committee appointments, as long as we're here, let's do the other committee appointments. We have 2 openings on the Board of Ethics. Because I talked to Bernie Baldwin and he has done his duty at age 87 and he says he's fine to take a break. So we have an incumbent, which is Aaron Williams, who has indicated they would like to do it. And we also have former village manager Tim Wolf, who I'd like to appoint. Any objections?
No,
Okay, so those who I appoint. The Planning Commission. Here. We have 2 incumbents, which would be, and have indicated they'd like to be there again. If there's no objection, Jason Benzinger and Jeff Gray. Any objection?
No.
Okay, and ZBA, Zoning Board of Appeals, another incumbent who would like to be back on there would be. Can't read his name. Oh, there it is. Greg Belcom. Any objection?
I have none.
No.
Okay. So those are the appointments. We'll get them all, Ms. Manager.
I did. One thing we might want to keep in mind is we still have 1 planning commission appointment that is open.
But this is all the ones we have now, so we'll keep that.
Yeah.
Try to get someone to apply for it.
Yeah.
Okay. For the next meeting. We can do that. Okay. So that's a community. You ready?
Mhm.
Yes?
Yep.
Okay, cityhood update.
The village continues to move forward with phase 1, which is the signature collection. To date, we have 89. I still do not have Joe Latte's count. I believe he said he was up to 10. I'm not 100% positive on that as of the last, so we're moving right along. I know from the few people that I've talked to that still have their petitions out, that they have more people that they have not been able to connect with. So I really feel by, the end of July, we could meet and exceed our 100 signature count.
Good.
This is just the first stage of the cityhood. I mean, this doesn't, when they sign for this, they're just signing for the opportunity to discuss it.
Correct.
So this is one of the steps that we have to go through just to have any discussion beyond this, beyond today. So it's an important step, but it's one of the steps that you have to have fulfilled before you can even discuss whether or not we're going to do it. This is just to get our foot in the door, so to speak, to get it on a ballot, if that's what we decide to do. That has not been decided. This is just so that we have that opportunity to discuss it with reality. Otherwise, we lose that opportunity. So that's what this is all about.
And if we not get it, uh, by the deadline, how long would we have to wait?
Till 2040, I think.
2040. That's a long
And we wouldn't meet the density requirements. For even considering it, because we have an 800-acre lake. Which means we'd have to have about 2,000 more people than we have now. Okay, so. That's the update. We have the sheriff's proposal, Ms. Manley.
Last month, you had asked to go back to the sheriff and ask if we could have it be just a 6-month contract. So I did reach out to him. And when we discussed it, it just isn't fiscally responsible to do a 6-month contract for budgeting purposes, for employee purposes. So he came back, with the 1 year, knowing that if the vote fails after that 1 year, then we would have to, end our contract with the county because of the voice of the people. We did change it to a 60-day requirement, which we, to end a contract early, with or without clause. But we do have the 60-day notice that is going to be required to be given. We cleaned up some language in there as well, and other than that, we need to either move to have the motion to approve the 1-year contract with the county, or have, or not approve the motion, or, not approve the contract. We did send our notification out to the Mount Pleasant City PD, so that will end on June 30th. We have had an uptick, in some issues involving vandalism and speeding as of late. So they be my recommendation that we move forward with the 1 year.
Okay, discussion.
Well, I agree with the 1 year. Doesn't make any sense to do 6 months for many reasons, not only you, but us as well.
Go ahead, Mr. Mean.
Yeah, sure, thank you. So I watched your meeting at the last meeting and wrote down some of the questions, and so I just want to cover a couple of things. One of the things was about if we went into a second year or whatever, what would the prices increase and those kind of things. Every contract, sheriffs prior to me and myself, we've never done anything to make money on a contract. It's a service. So we break even. So any increases would only be cost of livings or, increase to the deputies, which would be a contractual thing or whatever. So we're not looking to add on a ton of money, next year if we got you on the hook type thing. That's not what we would ever do. That'll never happen as long as I'm here. So that, I just wanted to cover that one. That was workspace, but the other issue was, or the other question. Yeah, not that one. So pre-scheduled, I guess I don't understand, like you were asking about a schedule of when the deputy's gonna be here. I don't have a problem sharing that internally, but externally it's kind of counterproductive. If we're putting it out there like, hey, they're gonna be here Monday and Tuesday, okay, we're not gonna speak Monday and Tuesday, right? So, and we want to bounce that around a little bit. We want to use your heavy days. We'll look at the history and the calls for service and things like that to gauge that. So I just want to kind of clarify that just a little bit as well. The administrator gave me some cleanup language, which is great. We'll make that happen. I got a couple questions after the meeting, just clarifying and make sure I understand a couple of the things there. I've got a great guy, I think, lined up for you that's not retired in place, but he's not a 20-year-old kid out of the academy ready to write tickets and take people to jail either, because I don't think that's what you're looking for either.
Correct.
So kind of that medium in between to help your zoning folks when they need to take care of some of the animal control complaints and the speeding and the things like that we do see up here. And I do appreciate the 1 year because it is very difficult, you know, the staffing limitations before we could manage that a little differently, but, much more difficult, with the way we're at now. Now, between this, a very similar, almost identical contract with Chippewa Townships in the works. We have 2 more, online for October, and we brought back 2, so we're looking at 6. We're trying to build back to a day shift and go from there. So we are making progress. We're forward motion at this point in time. We have a great administrator at the county that's, providing any new revenues to the sheriff's office, and we're gonna try to get this rebuilt and put back in place where it belongs. The only other thing I have is there was some comments, kind of made it, to me personally, so I just extended out, like, if you wanna talk, we'll sit down and I'll come to you, you can come to me. I just want everybody to understand all on both sides and have a very clear message or very clear information. So there's a lot of things that were misinterpreted, there's a lot of things that were not right at all. A lot of things that people don't understand why things happen, so I just want to extend that olive branch to say, hey, if there's anybody at this council here or in this county that wants to talk, I'd be more than happy to sit down at my shop, coffee, wherever. And then you can make your own opinion at that point, right? Everybody can have their own opinion at that point, but, I just hope everybody reaches out to get a real true accurate story and understanding of, the unfortunate last couple of years, so.
Okay,
Two clarifications, if I might.
Yeah.
On, as far as scheduled or announcing when the deputy's gonna be here, I understand your point. But I hope that the communication with our manager, that information will flow freely.
Yeah, we can provide a month in advance or, you know, like a rotating schedule. We don't want to get stagnant because if we say, okay, first week it's Monday and Tuesday, second week it's Thursday and Friday, so we want to move it around, but we can share that pretty easily. We actually have a scheduling software and we might even be able to put you on as a guest user or something, but we can figure that out. And I'm glad you mentioned that because the other thing I wanted to talk about was obviously we would have, you know, during the work week, we'd have that deputy check-in, right? And you still have a radio here through 7Com on that, and most of the law enforcement talk groups are going encrypted soon, but that one's not. So you will have direct communications with him via that radio, and obviously you can call him on the phone too. So our goal is to check in. Hey, I'm working today. I did stop and talk to Ms. Manley here a while back and said, hey, we really like just a little piece of real estate in your building where we can put a computer and stuff in here so they can come in here, do a report, talk, get to know the people. One of the things I've got wrote down is, you know, what meetings would you want that person to attend? Your public safety meeting, or is there other ones, maybe the fireworks one, just to for public safety side of it. So we'd have to engage that, but I want that person to really, versus what we were doing before, where somebody would just sign up for overtime. This person, we're hoping to get kind of more ingrained into the community. This is a former undersheriff from a different county. He's got tons of experience. He's a great guy. He's very personable and gets along very well, so.
My other question pertains to what, like you said, you don't want to get somebody out here that's just gonna be, as I would call it, badge heavy,
Yeah,
pushing the people around. But writing tickets versus just warnings, I'm not a big fan of the warnings. I mean, we've got plenty of speed limit signs around that we've paid for, we've put up. People ignore them. They run a stop sign.
yeah,
I'm not happy with just, you know, slapping their wrist and say, don't do that again.
no, and I agree, you know. And we have the ability to put warnings into our system, so we know like, hey, this is the second time this car has been stopped, right? Like, we know that they're speeding here and they're not getting the message, now maybe it's time for a ticket.
Well, I think a blatant violation, I want the man ticketed.
Yeah, and some, you know, if it's 25-mile-an-hour zone and they're doing 55, 60, that's pretty much a given, right? You're probably gonna get a ticket on that one. So, it's always about better education, but sometimes you're right, enforcement is the hammer that has to come down to.
Oh, yeah.
With the money that we're spending, yes, I want enforcement over, it's a slap on the wrist, don't do that again. We've got big red stop signs out there and you blow through that 5-10 miles an hour.
Yeah.
I want them ticketed.
And like, citizen communication, when they have issues, like with the animal control and all that. Is that through your tip line, but was it an app this time?
So, yeah, so, and I may have the cards, and I was gonna bring them in, I forgot, I'll go out and get them beforehand, so. We turned off all of our social media, it's just toxic and vile, I'm done with it, right, so we're just done with it.
Good.
But, you know, we need a communications piece, right, the paper is no good anymore, it's not a local flavor of the paper, you can't use that anymore. So what we did was, and many sheriffs across the state have done this already, we purchased an app, it's a free app on your phone. It has a mountain trove of information at your fingertips, tips. You can contact us, you can file a report online, it has resources for NA and Alcohol Anonymous and, you know, opioid overdose, and I mean, it just. And we keep putting more stuff on there as we think, hey, that'd be really good for people maybe to be able to click into that real quick and get that information. Has our contact information into it. So that's kind of what we're pushing everybody to. I should have printed a couple flyers out and brought them up too, but we'll get them up to you to put up on your board here. But I can bring those cards in. It's just a QR code. You hit it, bring up, type in Isabella County. You've got the app on your phone. It gives push notifications. So say, hey, you have a kid at Village Lake Isabella that is missing. We can push notification out of that. Plus, we still have the rave for the whole county wide. So there's just lots of things we can do. All of our press releases are gonna go there. It's really it's pretty cool app to have, and that'll be solid, straight, accurate information going to the community. It's not gonna get twisted on social media. It's not gonna get AI'd somewhere down the road. So that's our plan. So cool.
Is that something that we can add on our
Website,
website?
yep, he
Yeah.
emailed me the QR code, so I'm working on getting.
Put it on there somewhere, okay.
The only other thing I'd say is we do appreciate the work you do. Yeah,
Thank you.
myself, I'm tired of seeing law enforcement used for social work instead of law enforcement. But
You would not want to hang out the jail very long then, sir. Mental health and social work seems to be our new foyer, so but yeah, I started this job, we're doing almost 32 years and it is night and day different from what when I started, so.
you know, I can understand that. I've been a long time, but at one time I carried a badge too. To see your people dispatched because somebody can't handle their child, it just irks the hell out of me.
Yeah.
Okay,
I'll get
All
off,
right.
I'll get off my podium.
yeah.
Nice, thanks, Bob.
So do you have that? Did Sheriff Maine have this?
Yeah.
Okay, so
Yep.
you're accepted? Okay.
Yep, I'm good at that. I got a couple clarification questions, but I just want to understand before, make sure I didn't do something wrong here, so that we'll get those corrections as soon as I get to office tomorrow.
And we ran this by.
And I apologize that we've kind of cannibalized this contract. I've used it for 2 or 3 other things, so it's kind of gotten cannibalized, so it's probably why it didn't flow very well and probably should have read it a couple more times, but not enough help for the amount of work going on, unfortunately.
Yep. Okay. Okay, what's a pleasure?
Well, I move that we accept the contract, is that the appropriate language? I gotta say all that.
Yep.
Excuse me. I move to amend the previously approved Isabella County Sheriff's Office Law Enforcement Agreement to authorize a contract term from July 1st, 2026 through, excuse me, June 30th, 2027, and direct staff to execute the agreement as presented. Further, direct staff to communicate that if the November 2026 public safety proposal is unsuccessful, the village council will evaluate the continuation of dedicated contracted law enforcement services beyond June 30th, 2027 during the 27-28 budget process.
Is there a second? Seconded by Behringer.
Thank you.
Further discussion? Anybody? Roll call vote, please.
Yes, sir. Hang on, I'm missing somebody here, Joe. Okay, Robert Laraway,
Yes.
thank you. Carol Shannon, yes. Carrie Behringer,
Yes.
Paul Cuny,
Yes.
Dave Torgerson.
Yes, motion carries 5-0.
Thank you.
Okay. Thank you.
No, thank you, and I,
Yeah,
communications key, right? So like, not only Miss Manley, but if anyone here, like. My phone, just call, it rings into my cell phone, like. If there's a question or comment or concern, let's just communicate it so it doesn't get away from us and we can correct it and adjust it and whatever. So,
Stay on top of
yeah.
yeah, absolutely,
Cool.
it. Don't let it fester.
correct, thank you.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you.
Mr. Manning. Or Mr. Maine. Jessica.
I knew what you.
I got it. I didn't know what was going on there for a second.
I know I'm in her position and I guarantee she probably doesn't want mine, so.
Okay, wood chipper discussion.
So you have, from last month's meeting, I did contact a few, wood chipper rental companies, to get the amounts that you requested. I also went through and got all of our tree cutting bills for the last 10 years to show you how much we're spending each year. That last one, when I contacted them, they said about half of their bill is for wood chipping and removing. So, just so you can keep that in your mind, Brent did bring the wood chipper over. Jerry and Jonathan have both have been using it. It's been working out wonderfully.
Yeah.
We both agree that, if we can, if we want to push the wood chipper discussion to a different date when we cannot utilize Bandit's wood chipper, that would be okay for now. Because, it's free,
Yeah.
so it's working out wonderful.
Three is better than what
You know,
we're gonna.
Brent has been amazing, working with Bandit and, reaching out and trying to, get us access to like a mulcher. He did ask them if they would want to do a demo day. Unfortunately, at this time, they do not, but he's still working on some other avenues. So, I just kind of at this point want to give you more of an update versus, possible solution. Whether or not we want to move forward with purchasing one or just hold off.
Okay,
So, but right now, yeah, I mean, they're doing, do you have anything to add, Jerry?
No, it's been worse than perfect. We chipped this field over here pretty fast. Worked well, we didn't have to make 20 trips compared to just one,
Breaking down that pile, has it been a problem yet, or? it's
No,
not?
we'll discuss that pile down further.
Okay, I had a question, now it's gone. Maybe later.
okay, so your recommendation is to just, let's keep it the way it is now. And, but keep in mind how much it did cost us last time.
Correct.
15 grand or 30 grand, and half of it was. Okay,
Okay, now I do have a question. What did you do, or what are we doing with the chips? I mean, the pile, where did you put it?
Oh, I put it back, I dumped it right, we got a separate chip pile
Okay.
back there from the brush pile.
Okay, cool. So can people go get that?
Oh, yeah,
please.
yeah,
Like a tire dealership, come get our
yeah,
spares.
if you have a trailer and I'm there, I'm willing just to scoop it.
We'll
Oh,
order
wow, even, all right, cool. There's a question.
No, no. This is, well, hold on. A public comment right now. We'll hold it, please, and then we'll have public comment in a little bit. What were you gonna say?
That was all. I just wanted to know if it was available, where we put it, and if do people know that it's available?
We have told people in the past that it's
Okay.
available. We haven't like formally advertised it because there's really no place for us. I mean, minus, possibly
Right.
Facebook, but it's not like, it's a hard thing to.
So if someone
But
would,
if somebody, if anytime anybody has called and said, hey, we were back there, we've seen the wood chips, can we take some? We've always said
okay,
yes.
so if someone were to ask one of us, we could say,
Correct.
yes, you may go take it.
Correct.
All right, and there's no limit on amount or, all right, cool, thank you. Yeah.
Okay. Now we're on the brush pile discussion.
So for many years, the village brush pile has provided residents and the DPW staff with a location to dispose of brush, trees and limbs. It's always been very beneficial to the community. However, the volume of material that's accumulated has reached a point where long-term management of the pile has become increasingly difficult. We have talked with the Nottawa Sherman Fire Department. I have not had a chance to touch base with him since I got back from my trip. I will be reaching out to him to see if we could possibly work with, if they don't have the 8 people that they need, or 4 people that they need, if we could get some more people from a different fire department to come and help that way. Or should we start looking into seeing if we can get a large mulcher from one of the rental places that rent the wood chippers out? However, it's getting to a point where we may need to close the brush pile until we can get it back under
Handle.
control.
Yeah.
Because we have a lot of debris ourselves that we're gonna be taking back there, and we need to really keep it. This is something that, we really don't wanna do. Because again, it's been amazing for every resident out here that utilizes it. But at some point, we're gonna have to stop until we get a solution. So right now, I just, we have a few options that I have presented you, and I just need to kind of know which direction you would like to take. The first option is just to continue working with the Nottawa Sherman Fire Department. And the second one would be exploring to see if Nottawa doesn't do it, do we have to only go through Nottawa, or can we maybe just ask another fire department completely? Like I said, to rent a large scale grinder or mulcher. Option 4 is just temporarily suspend and restrict the brush pile acceptance until we figure something out. Or a combination of all 5 of these. So I just need to know what the pleasure of the council is.
I think we need the combo.
All of
Okay,
it, yeah.
that would be what?
That would at least be the seeking assistance from the fire department, either one.
Yeah.
Either outside of Nottawa Sherman or Nottawa Sherman.
Okay.
Pursue some grinding and mulching things, as well as considering restricting inflow.
And that will be
Influx,
hard.
having to close it down a little bit till we get a handle on it, because if they burn, you can't fill it all the way up to the end of the road.
Well, the amount of, I know you guys had a lot of rain, I believe, here.
Right.
In the last week or so, so that's been great, but with the amount of
Right.
no burn days that we've had
Yep.
prior to that rain, it does pose a huge fire risk, because if it goes up,
Nobody's gonna control it.
no. It goes very deep. They've pushed it and buried and done as much as they possibly can with the equipment that they have. But at this point, it is a fire hazard. So in restricting it, there is a couple things that we could do. We can either restrict it completely outright. Or, we do have radios here, and we now have 2 DPW employees, so we could also start keeping the gate locked again. And only going there, having people go back there when there is somebody there present to unlock the gate, which is what we used to do for a long time. Prior to just having the gates opened all the time. So instead of closing it completely, we could do it, on a as column that could, cut
Well,
down.
that's part of the combination approach,
Mhm.
as I would call it.
Right.
I'd say we explore all those things at the same time.
So. And we could definitely do that. I just need to know, do we want to close it completely, or do we want to just lock it? And
Well,
have it-
let's lock it, but let's put a sign up there and well, we could even put a sign by it or on it, laminated or whatever, and say, look, it's restricted because it's full. Almost full.
So
'Cause I've
that,
been back
so
there.
that would be restricted permanently until a solution is found.
No, I think you could. You have to call to get a key to
Okay.
open it.
Yep.
But they have to be told this may be the last time. You know what I'm saying?
Sort of.
Because. I don't know. I mean,
Okay, so you want just to lock it, let them know that we're working on a solution, but at some point this may end. However, you can call this number and be let in
Yes,
during Monday through Friday, 8 to
well,
4.
whatever, I guess, maybe it's too restrictive. I don't know, but I'm just wondering about,
Yeah.
But that's hard.
we have to get rid of our stuff too.
Right,
That's in the ditch and everything. Which is gonna be a third again as big as that pile that's already there. Am
so
I
I think
right?
it's a priority that we
So,
start deciding.
It
what
has to be
do.
stopped sometime. Restricted use could be, you could say restricted use.
The weekends are the worst.
Well, I'm sure that it's not just Lake Isabella residents. I've
Right.
seen them
Oh,
out there.
yeah.
I've had complaints.
That's the point I'm making.
I mean, I think you're right with the restricted use, you know, we could do it only when we're open, the gate will be locked. All of us have keys, so any of us can go down and unlock it. I don't think that would be an issue.
It's a bit disruptive of the work schedule, however.
But to get ahead of
it's
the
a-
communication thing is this is an issue.
Right.
I mean, it's been nice because we had 10 acres back there, we could fill up, well, it's full, almost full. And the pile's not 3 feet high. It's 8 or 10 feet high.
We have like a time frame that they're looking at wanting to do this whole thing? Is it something that's just like,
Well, right, when I talked to Chief Livermore, he just said that he didn't have enough volunteers. So he would love to do it, but he has to have so many volunteers in order to do it, and he doesn't have that yet. There's several members of the fire department that live in Lake Isabella. I don't know if that would appeal to them, you know, knowing that this has really come down to the wire and we're going to have to close it, if that would help them want to volunteer.
you put a PSA out?
Mhm.
Um,
I think communication is important with the residents.
Yeah.
Because I see people going there regularly, and people here, I know there are others, I'm sure that use it, but. And so and spring is the time that people do that.
Correct.
So I think communication is an important piece to that as well. But to pursue, let's get a solution, whatever we can get.
okay.
So right now, what I'm hearing, and I just want, is that we'll do the restricted, partially restricted. And then contact the fire department.
Yes.
See if they're okay with me going to another fire department. If they cannot, you know, give us what we're needing. And to also look into some mulchers.
Yeah.
Yes,
Yes.
and then I will bring that back to you at next month's meeting.
And make sure we announce that
Yeah.
on the website.
And basically say, until we're able to solve this, we have to have restrictions. That we're looking for a solution, not just closing it.
And everybody's in agreement with that?
I am.
Yep.
So what's our restriction? Just certain hours?
Monday through
Or-
Friday, while we're.
Well,
Yeah,
they're-
when
well, they-
people are
We're
here,
just
yeah.
checking.
Yeah, I mean, if people are here,
Well, yeah.
if it's after hours, then no,
Yeah.
right?
Correct.
Okay, I'm okay with that.
Yep.
At least to start with, till we get something in place.
I know, that's what they do at mine.
Do they?
My father lives there.
Okay, so yeah, so it's not
You have to check
abnormal.
in.
Yeah.
You gotta show your ID.
Yeah. And that would help even down the line with not getting extra people dumping. If it wasn't too disruptive to your schedule. No, okay,
It helps out a lot having a helper now. too.
yeah, that is true.
Cause
That is
he's
true.
gonna take care of it one way or the other.
Yeah,
He's gonna be there.
yeah, okay, cool.
Yeah, we gotta get that.
All right,
Yeah, I agree.
everybody in agreement?
Mhm.
No nays? Good.
Cool.
All right. On to the next item. Brush piles, approve and certify public safety millage. Ms. Manley?
So I sent the language approved by the council last month to the village attorney for review. The attorney's office completed their review and you have the recommended revised language in front of you along with the resolution.
Okay. Discussion?
I don't think we can turn this down if we already said we signed a contract, so it's a no-brainer.
Okay, so the chair will entertain a motion.
I'll make a motion that we, okay, approve.
Resolution 20, you got it there, oh, you didn't have the packet, 2026-11. Yeah.
Certify the public safety village.
Yep,
Second.
seconded by Berenger. Any further discussion? Seeing none, roll call, please.
Yes, sir. Carol Shannon, yes. Carrie Behringer,
Yes.
Paul Cuny,
Yes,
Robert Laraway,
Yes,
Dave Torgerson.
Yes, motion carries. Okay, 0. Budget amendments.
the finance committee met, just before this meeting to recommend some changes to the 2025-26 budget. Those, changes. The amendment really changed the same thing with, 3 changes, which increasing the, legal administration fund by $1,000 for a final budget of 2,500. Increasing taxes and fees for building and grants by, I think that was $80.85. For a final budget of $655. And a reduction in Act 51 has caused a major street fund increase of 2,000. For a final budget of 2,600 and or 862, I'm sorry, 2,068, 268,000. Get it right eventually. 268,000 was the total based on those changes. And the finance committee did recommend to the council the acceptance of the amended budget. So we need a motion right now to accept the amendments. If there's no discussion beforehand. Other than that, I'm looking for a motion to accept the.
So moved.
Looking for a second.
I'll second.
Seconded by,
Okay.
and all in favor?
Oh, we have to roll call this one.
We have to roll call this one?
Pardon me?
We have to roll call?
Well, we can have discussion,
Cause it's a resolution.
because it's a resolution.
No more talking.
No
Anyway,
discussion? Paul, anything? Okay,
okay, so. Heard the motion. To accept the budget amendments. And it's been seconded. So let's have a roll call vote.
Yes, sir. All right. Carol Shannon, yes. Carrie Behringer,
Yes.
Paul Cuny,
yes,
Robert Laraway,
yes,
Dave Torgerson.
Yes. Motion carries. Foreclosed properties.
The county recently gave us 3 foreclosed properties that we have first right of refusal for. One is 1016 Cordova. The other is 1029 Cordova, and then we have one at 1102 Lincoln Drive. Just need to know the pleasure of the council on whether or not they'd like to accept these or let them go without accepting them. Take all 3, take 1, take 2. I would tell you that if we take back 1016 Cordova and 1029 Cordova along with those water bills, quarterly water bills, which the fee did increase to $80 per quarter from 74. So if we take them back, we would want to look at making sure they get back on the tax roll as quickly as possible.
And do we know what the amount of the water bill, would it just be the 80 or would it be all of back? No,
It'll
okay,
just be the.
okay.
So in other words, we have to pay the water bill on the on the empty lots?
Correct, you have an availability fee. We currently have
Or we can
one,
let them go back?
if, or we don't, we just don't take them, like. If
Right.
you are worried about the water bill, then we just wouldn't take them back.
Then the county would just sell them ultimately.
They would try to sell them again, yeah.
What's up the county did?
I've looked at these, all three of these lots, they're third of an acre lot. Yeah. 0.30, 0.28, I think one in Cordova. The one on Lincoln Drive, 1102 Lincoln, it's heavily wooded, the small lot. Can't picture anybody even want to put a house on it. You know, it is a good area. The one at 1016 Cordova, 0.28 acres, it's also, well, that one's actually well kept up. I don't know who's keeping it up. Somebody is. It's currently for sale. Or still got a sign up.
I've got a sign that says
Beaverhart, selling that.
so. So what are you thinking? Do we want them?
Well, I would think 1016 Cordova might be worth. Looking into, it's cleared, it's ready to actually build on. I think somebody might be looking at buying that. 1029 Cordova. That's cleared and it's kind of. Got a next door neighbor that's using most of it for his abandoned playground for his kids. So I would let 1102 Lincoln and 1029 Cordova go back, but I would look at keeping on the 1016 Cordova. That's the only one I can see someone actually buying from.
What reason would we keep it?
Because I think that somebody would buy that and the village could sell it.
We can't. Well, we can sell it, but we can only sell it for the taxes or whatever. We can sell it for what now?
No, we could take them back and you would then set your price of what you wanted to sell them for. It would go
I don't
to,
think you can.
if it has a public use clause on there, then yes, you'd have to give whatever proceeds go back to the county. But
I don't know if we want to get into selling and buying.
if we,
Selling stuff.
Well, whether we do or not, that's the only one that I would even consider. For yellow, would definitely. Well, let them all go, that's fine too.
I'm for letting them all go.
I mean, in the past few years, that has been the council's stance is that they wanted to get out of
Yes.
buying and selling property here. So unless it
Because
falls.
it just gets to be a
in things
shuffle.
that-
It gets just to be a shuffle.
Unless it falls into the master plan and the lots the village already owns, and or I believe corner lots. I don't,
Nah.
In one of these, I think the note said had been foreclosed previously. Is that the one?
They're all.
1029.
Okay, we already bought it once and sold
Yeah.
it. And now it's available again for
Correct.
tax purpose. Yeah,
Yeah,
I would.
Well, that's my feeling. What's the council want to do?
I say no.
so
Yeah, I can live with that.
Okay. I think the consensus, unless I'm just reading the council, is nah, we don't want to do that. Let them go back.
Let them go back.
We have to vote on that?
I don't think we need to.
and then, and all of you just direct me. With that being said, like I said, if we take it back under this here, we do get to keep whatever proceeds.
Yeah, I don't.
But if you don't want to get into buying and selling,
The only reason we took those on the north is because we could trade them to the people that couldn't build, so they could build. So, no, I'm not interested.
I think we have a lot going on that doesn't fit our goals.
so it's, you'd like to direct me to
Let them go back.
decline.
Decline.
I can live with that.
We don't have to vote.
No.
Okay. Benita?
All right. Public comment.
Oh,
I didn't forget you. That's all right. Get excited. That's all right.
I'm interested.
Name and date, or name and
I'm sorry.
address.
I'm Gina Holcomb at 1023 Pier East Drive. We've only been here just a little over a year, so there's a lot of things we haven't heard about and or don't know about yet, so I have no idea where the wood chipper pile is at, or to drive by it or ask about it, so I would like to know where it is, and I think it would be a good idea to kind of, even if you just put a simple Facebook post up on your social media, people could share that, and there's maybe people like, you know, you're trying to get rid of it, you might be able to get rid of it faster that way.
Okay.
And I do have one other question, I was curious, we're talking about the city code, that the petitions have to be done by the end of July, it's turned in by then, that was the deadline, I was assuming you were saying, right, for the 100 signatures for that?
If we want to get it on the November ballot, it has to be turned in to the township clerk by July 20th.
Okay. But after that happens, when will the public hearings and public discussions start? After that happens?
They've already, there doesn't need to be public hearings for that. What the petition is doing is putting the question
To the state, right?
to the, yeah.
Yeah, just to send
It's,
to the state.
it's just moving us to the next level.
The next phase that you guys, because I know you've already been having public discussions about it. So there will be more public hearings?
Oh, yes, absolutely,
Yeah.
yes.
Okay.
When this petition just means that this is our opportunity to make sure that we have a chance
Right,
to do this. If we don't do it now, we have to wait till 2040.
and this is going to be eventually put to, this is one that will be put to a community vote.
Yeah,
Not just
absolutely, everything.
recording.
This is just to get us on,
Okay.
you know, the state's got they got 90 days and then we have to respond and then they have another 180 and
We
It's a
followed
long-
some of the discussion. about
it's a
that.
long process.
Right, then my second part of the question is, after that all happens. When the deadline is done by, it's going to hopefully be on the ballot by this November, right?
No.
Oh, I
that's
won't.
good, No.
No.
We won't make this November.
Not this November.
I mean, like 2 years.
Yeah.
Okay.
The
We're about
whole
to.
process takes about 2 years.
Oh, okay, I'm
we're-
just kind of getting.
And then when
trying to
you
get a
say
timeline.
community vote, we do need to, it's not a community vote like here, it would be a ballot vote. That the only people that are registered voters of Lake Isabella can vote on. But this just moves us to the next level to take it to the state.
Okay, I just trying to wrap my mind around like how long a process this whole.
Yeah.
2
whole
years.
thing is.
That's very slow.
Thank you.
Yep.
Thank
Thank you.
Jessica, give her one of the flyers.
Anybody else?
Shows that.
Mr. Gray.
Jeff Gray, just a quick comment that maybe it's something the council should look into doing and mandating every winter when the snow's on the ground to burn some of the stuff that's back there in the lagoon area. And if we start doing that every winter or every other winter, hopefully that would be part of the solution to not let it go as big as it is. Obviously, it's safer to burn in the winter time. I don't know if it's something that we have to have the fire department there to do that, or if it's something that Jerry and
I
our new
think
guy can
legally
do,
we
like
should.
that's, you have to find out.
It is too big even to burn.
Even just
in the
sections of
winter
it, or.
There's no sections of it anymore.
I
It
haven't
goes
back
so
in
deep
years.
that.
Well, you gotta go back there. You have to go back there.
But I just think the opportunity to burn in the winter time is probably the safest path to do.
Plus, the same issue, though. You gotta get the fire department to go along with it.
Sure,
But we cannot do it at all,
You can't?
at any time by ourselves any
okay,
longer.
I didn't know if that was that.
No,
Our wood chip pile, that's back by the brush pile, correct?
yeah.
On Coldwater.
Yes,
Could
Thank you.
we just put it up on the little sign that, when we'd say like petitions available for council?
Yeah.
Like you could just put free chips
Wood chip.
or something, or if we have like,
possible.
Oh, we should.
something like
Yeah.
just that, because everybody drives by that.
Yes.
It's moved to drop.
Fine.
Tim Who are you?
1070 Bundy.
Nice to see you.
Nice to see everybody. The wood chip pile, if you go to the village's website, under your services, there's a page, recycling and brush. After you get past curbside recycling, it's the middle paragraph under brush. The wood chip pile is available for free to community members. Call the village office if you need assistance loading it. It's located past the salt barn, adjacent to the brush pile.
Where's the brush pile? I'll imagine.
It's the big thing in the back. That's it.
Drive it straight back.
Yeah. Behind DPW, yeah.
All right.
You can't miss it.
Anyone else? Yes.
Penny for Merlin 1002 El Camino. I just wanted to applaud y'all.
Wait a second, folks. Oh, go ahead.
I wanted to applaud y'all for upping the sheriff's contract. That is tremendous. And we need to do everything we can to get certified the public safety millage. Secondly, it's disturbing for me to hear about this 10 acres of brush fire waiting to happen. What is the what happens if that takes off? Who gets hurt? Who's behind that, around that? Just a question.
We get hurt.
The whole place,
No, the village, DPW building and all our equipment is back there.
and that's a
But it's-
considerable investment in
Yes.
money.
Yep.
And you can't pull portions of that out and do controlled burns of some.
Well, that's exactly what we're talking about.
Okay.
Mr. Wolf,
You would need to get a dozer to start thinning that pile out
Yeah.
and burnable.
You gotta
like that. And that's how we used to manage it in the past. We would have Natalie come out with a dozer and just push it into this pit. Previous to our ownership of the property, Wilcox Excavating owned it, and they had a pit that they were using to steal fill dirt material for their jobs and the rest of it. So that's what we were doing, was pushing it in to fill it in over time. But without a dozer, your hands are pretty limited at this point in
Yep.
time.
You can't rent one or.
oh yeah, well, that's what we said, that's what we're doing. We're figuring it out. Anyone else?
Sharon Pike, 1032 Barcelona. I would like to bring up, an issue that we have at Toreador Park, which I know is owned by LaPoa. Right now, the grass, so they cut down all those trees for canopy reasons, I guess. They still have massive piles of wood and detritus everywhere back there. So because they cut down all the trees and haven't cleaned up the mess, the grass is now about shoulder height. You've got people back there that are running four-wheelers with no helmets, jumping the brush piles. But people that are, you can't walk in the park any longer. It's the east side of Toreador Park. I called LaPoa and I complained, and they basically are saying that somebody is supposed to maybe do something at some point, but there's no schedule for mowing or caretaking of that park. Meanwhile, every other lakeside park is getting mowed and caretaken on a regular basis.
When's the next LIPOA meeting? You have to go to the meeting and
It's
tell
the
them.
second Wednesday.
We have no control over the park,
It's a private.
zero
property.
control.
But it's your village.
We don't have
Well, it's
control
our
over the
village,
park.
sorry.
No, but we have no control over the park or the lake.
Right.
Okay, so.
It's the LIPOA's job. That's their responsibility. His
So
name
who
is George
manages
King. You
that?
go to George King.
I did, I talked with him.
Well,
They're bored.
find out when their meeting is and do the public comment like you're doing here, because we can do nothing about it.
Right. We have no
So-
control.
So who manages LaPoa?
Nobody.
George
You,
King and the
The
board.
people.
You
The
are
people.
supposed to.
Okay,
That's
if
what
you're
you're
a
paying,
member.
that's what you're paying your dues for.
right, so it feels like it's a little bit of malfeasance where essentially they're taking our money but not providing the
Make
service.
that point to them.
Yeah.
Well, there was someone else ahead of you.
Yeah.
Yes, I'm Mike Holcomb, 1023 Pier East Drive. We live together, me and my wife.
Good thing.
That was one out tonight.
So we were talking about the city thing here. When you get the signatures for the city, if it gets approved, the village approves it and wants to go to cityhood, and it's on the ballot. At that time, is the probably city council at that time instead of village council can they change the master plan anytime without the approval of the residents?
The master plan, it regardless if we're a city or village, has the same process that it has to go through.
So let's go through the,
The process of the same process that we have to go through as a village would be the same process we have to go through it as a city.
Do you have any of those
so
pamphlets?
what is that process? That's
Well,
what I.
Jess, do you have, to save time, do you have any of those pamphlets available? Because it explains in every pamphlet.
Tells every step.
Yeah, you,
It's on our website.
Jeff has,
We need
Jeff
to-
has them.
Well, all right, Jeff,
I got
thank you.
signature stuff here if you want to sign, right? Might as well solve all of it.
but basically all that information is on the website and you'll be able to read it there. And it's a long process
Right.
and there'll be 2 or 3 times to get involved and we have to have a new charter commission. And the charter commission determines what the hierarchy is, like, are we gonna be a mayor or a strong council?
Right, I understand all that.
The
Yeah,
master plan would have to
But the
follow
master
all the
plan-
same laws that it follows now.
it's the same thing.
So we can't raise taxes through the
They're not
master
even,
plan.
yeah, they're talking
not.
about
They're just
village
talking about-
lots and how, where things can be built or who can be built where, or if, specifically like data centers, if they could come in, if we change a residential area into industrial, agricultural.
So
All-
processes.
Yeah.
Right.
So, again, what I want, I wasn't asking, but my question was not just about the cityhood.
Mhm.
I just wanna hear it from you guys, from the horse's mouth. Does this council have the ability to change its master plan, not when it becomes a city, but right now? Change the master plan by a majority vote of the council, or anything that's changed in the master plan? Does that have to be put to a community vote?
No,
No,
Right. So
No,
no community vote? It's just as the majority of the council to change the city plan
no,
or the master plan.
because, no, I can get you something later because doing it right now in public comment would not be the right place, so I would have to get you the information and send it to you. But I can tell you,
It's a simple question.
it's not a simple answer.
Okay.
Mr. Wolf, do you have anything to add?
Yeah, the process to adopt a community's master plan follows the Michigan Zoning Enabling Act, which requires all zoning ordinances in the state of Michigan to be based on a plan. The process spelled out in the Zoning Enabling Act requires the master plan to start at the planning commission level.
Mhm.
They are required to conduct a public hearing before they commit to any type of draft. The planning commission has the authority, unless the legislative body of the community, in this case, the council, adopts a resolution saying that they are the one doing it. The planning commission is ultimately the one that would adopt and amend the master plan. So the council realistically doesn't get to do anything other than approve that initial draft of distribution. The planning commission is the body by law that has the authority to approve it unless the council has reserved it for themselves.
Alright, and then you guys have to hold public hearings, but you can hold the public hearing, but you still hold the ability to.
planning committee.
The planning
Planning
committee
commission.
don't have hold the ability to change the master plan without it going to a vote to the community.
The master plan is never voted on by a community anywhere in the state of Michigan.
Okay, I didn't, that's why
Yeah.
that's where I was thinking it was at, and I research and go online and try to read it myself and interpret it. I just wanted to hear it, so I completely understand it, you know,
okay,
by future references.
good enough.
And thank you.
Anyone else?
Just a quickie, so I didn't realize that the lake is under the jurisdiction strictly of RIPOA. Things
In
like,
the state of Michigan.
in the state of Michigan, like spraying, like digging.
Everything.
The digging that I had not seen this winter, I don't know if that took place someplace. Of cleaning out the.
The dredging project?
Right, the dredging, I didn't see it, maybe it
It
did.
did, it happened over on the river area this year.
Okay, so that's great. Things like swimmer's itch.
That's.
I
not up,
was
yeah.
I'm in like 4 feet of water with my great grandson. We have a sandy beach. I did not in my life think that would affect me. I didn't see all the geese and the duck this spring. Maybe they were there. But you're saying that the LaPoa has control of that.
Yep.
Yes, ma'am.
And it sounds to me like we need to be more proactive if we have issues with LaPoa.
But they have to be responsive.
Well,
And
I'll tell you, the best thing you can do is to fill the LaPoa office and in public comment, make all these concerns known. And they're having an election this year,
in August,
August. So you can
Well,
find out,
run for a position.
you can run for a position and
The Eagles.
I love the man that's there now, but I didn't realize that we really don't have much of a voice or power or clout to get things
there's two
done.
different things. There's the village of Lake Isabella, which is all the roads and hard surface. And the LIPOA has all the parks and the water. That's as simple as it gets, and that's what it is, and that's state of or the county commission has full water there.
Are we not here for the lake?
Oh,
Are you
yeah.
not on this?
That's why we're on the council.
Yes.
Yep.
This lake is what we're all here for.
Mhm.
But by law, we cannot control private property or private covenants, which is your building use restrictions.
Right.
We don't have any jurisdiction over them. Those are something between you and the property owners association when you signed your deeds or for your houses.
And when you pay your,
Unfortunately,
and when you pay your dues.
and when you pay your dues, unless you guys, collectively get together to make a change. We cannot, because we are a public body and they are a private body, we cannot use public funds or overstep our public boundaries to,
Do I sound like a complainer?
no, no.
You-
Absolutely not.
You're just coming up to speed.
Yeah. It is something that we
You're driving
try to,
VW.
put out there, who's in control of what, but the waterways, are also controlled by the state of Michigan, because the water itself is public.
Yeah.
Through the state, no water really can be owned, I guess.
Like the geese in that business,
Right,
correct?
and I don't believe the association could control the geese either.
Except they do shoot them.
Yeah.
Not the association, but I mean, people shoot out there.
But definitely take your concerns to
every
the
fall.
association board.
So why is LaPoa on the agenda if they're not part of it?
They have a report every once in a while, tell us what's going on.
Because they are part of the village, they can come to the village and speak, anybody can come to the village and speak. They don't even have to be a village resident to speak, because we're a public body.
Okay.
So we give them the opportunity to share what they're doing.
Yeah,
At our meetings.
and then the dredging is a combination between the village and the association.
So if the dredging is a combination, I mean.
And take
Wouldn't the
taxes
wet-
to do the dredging.
Oh, okay, all right, that makes sense. Yeah, that's, yeah.
Okay, any other questions? All right,
I have one again.
one more?
Yeah, I was curious if you guys could give me a little information about what's going on with airport. You mentioned the airport lease.
Mhm.
So is the village trying to renew that with the airport?
The
They
village,
want to renew it or what?
the village council has requested the airport association take over the airport, and in doing so, doing it through a lease.
Okay, thank you.
Any announcements? Any other questions?
Meeting.
Seeing none? And adjourned.